Hello everyone, my name is Sid. Today I want to share with you a lesson with regards to the manners in conversation. Talking to our fellow man is doing by everybody. No one in the right mind can say that still he or she has no experience in doing it. In fact, we cannot count off how many times already we communicated to our fellow men, to our friends, or to anyone, for it is an ordinary daily routine to our everyday life. And if you will notice that since there is no law stated about it and it's not forbidden, and we are free to talk each other if we want, a lot of people are not paying attention the way they talk to, or even asking themselves if he or she offended by anyone, or hurting feelings of someone. And maybe sometimes this is the reason why of having a certain problems that leads to miscommunication, argumentation, and even quarreling just because of his or her inappropriate words during conversation. So in order for us to avoid such scenario, let me share with you a topic about 6 prohibited manners in conversation. I'm hoping that you will be watching and listening this carefully until the end of this presentation. So this is it. Do you know that there are two kinds of person who talk to? Who are they? The first one is interesting when talking to you, and the other one is boring or disgusting during conversation. Which one of us here we belong? No one will say that I am the one who is boring if you are talking to me. It's not like that, right? All of us need to be interesting while talking to anyone. So in order for us to make sure that we are not the one who is boring while talking or communicating, let us focus ourselves in learning about the first prohibited manners in conversation, so that then no one will make us angry during conversation. Don't be dogmatic. Who is the one referring to be a dogmatic? That talking to him boring or disgusting. They are the ones who believes that he is always right. He makes it emphasize to anyone who is talking to him. When it happens that they don't understand each other or others have different point of view, he still insists that he is always right. Question: are we like this? Hopefully we're not like this. How can we still recognize them as dogmatic person? They are the one who is tough or rugged speaking. They can hurt your feelings and you might be offended. He is also the person who does not want to receive righteousness. No one is right except him. Question again, are we gonna like this? Of course not. Okay, so we move on to the next. Don't be condescending. Who is the one referring to a condescending? They are the ones who despise or belittle his fellow men. The way he or she moves shows an arrogant. If he wants to talk to you, it only shows that he or she is given only chance talking with you, so that then you will not conclude that he or she is not listening, but he always maintain his own idea is better. He or she does not give you a chance to prove your own opinion because he underestimates your ability. He or she always assumes himself to be more superior to anybody else. Do you know that there are some people like this? Do you know them? Hopefully we're not a kind of person like this. What if sometimes our manner during conversation goes like this? It's not bad to change. Besides, you know that it would be helpful for you. Show them that you learned something about it. Okay, so we proceed to the next one. Don't be argumentative. It is easy to understand. Who often do an argumentation? What do they say about this? Don't argue with just because you only want to argue. Arguing is a type of conversation that seems like each day is not complete when no argument is made. Even though they have the same opinion or ideas, but then they are not the same in presentation. He or she will not miss it. He will still argue with you. Oh, I'm sure you know that there are some people like that. Oh, don't look anyone next to you. They are not the one refers to. If they are not, who else? Maybe it's you. Hopefully we are not. It's not good to have an attitude like that. Okay, so we move on to the next. Don't be a lifeless talker. You need to reply or react during conversation. Don't be shy. Don't play your dress while talking too. You are not a child. It is considered as lifeless if you're talking to a person that yes or no is the only answer. He or she doesn't have an interest. Hopefully, we're not like this. Remember that conversation is just like a game that requires two or more participants. It's hard to play alone. In the field of communication, interaction is an important element. So it is important to show reaction or response during conversation. In what way? We can simply nod of our head, gesture or movement of our body to show that we are interested on what they are saying. Okay, so we move on to the next number 5. Don't be insincere. You are insincere if you don't mean what you say. What you are saying is not coming from the bottom of your heart. Do you know that there are some people like this? Yes, there is. Those persons suddenly speaking without thinking of what might be the consequences. When we are talking to anybody, we need to be honest. We should be sincere of what we are saying. It says that appreciate the one who deserves. Don't do it too much, for it should be, because it will show us insultation. Is that correct? Yes, because let's say you need to praise someone or appreciate a certain person that makes good or do well. For instance, you will say, "You are very, very good. No one is better except you." And then suddenly you said, "May the Lord take you to heaven right now." So what do you think will happen? Is that kind of appreciation? No, it's not. That is insultation. Hopefully, we're not like that. We are not a kind of that person. Why? Because in communication, it requires honesty so that then we could have harmony. Okay, so we proceed to the last one. Don't be egocentric. Express your own opinion or belief, but never give the impression that the world is the only one moving around you. Me and me again. Do you know a person like this? I only sleep with the best. That's why I sleep alone. This is just the only content saying by the egocentric person. Are we like that? Hopefully we're not. What is being mentioned here? If you feel that sometimes you become that way, there is nothing wrong to change. Besides, this is for your own good, right? So I'm hoping that this kind of simple information helps you. Thank you.